Hi angels, welcome back to another resin video. So we're gonna be doing another resin preservation. Sorry, there's a cat outside. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning while I'm doing this voiceover. Sorry about the noise. Like what I was saying. So the mold, I'll leave the link for it down in the description box down below. So I was supposed to mix up my glitter into my resin, but I totally forgot about that. So what I did was I poured down my resin. Now I just poured a little bit of some glitter on top, my holographic glitter that I got from Amazon. I just poured a little bit of that down there. And then now I'm just putting in there these white roses that I dried myself. I already have a video of how I did that. Very easy, just put in some silica gel. Now I'm placing in there my flowers. A couple of it break off because these are they're easy to crumble, so it's not a big deal. I'll still place it inside of there. And that's it. I'm obviously going to place a little bit of some resin on top of the flowers as well. I'm going to give you guys a closer look of how it's looking. It's very pretty. Usually for the back, I would add some flowers or I would put like black or white pigments. So I was like, let me see how some glitter would be looking. So we're just going to let this layer dry for a full 24 hours. So this bee flew in and that's how it's looking. So I was like, you know what? I have never add a bee or any insect into any of my resin pieces. So I was like, perfect. We can just add this one in there as well instead of just throwing it in the trash. Obviously, I was so scared to touch it, but it's completely dead. Don't worry about it. I'm just showing you guys how it looks. By the way, I should have warned you guys beforehand that we're going to be using the real bee, but I'm pretty sure that I already put it in the description box. You can see that that layer of resin is not fully cured. It's not dry yet. It's still very soft to the touch. So I have to wait for it to be fully cured before I can add another layer on top of it. So now I'm just picking up the bee. I'm trying to figure out where I want it to be and how I want it to be standing. Obviously, you can see that it's keep on falling to one spot, and we don't want that. So I'm just trying to figure out like where it's going to be sitting, how I want it to be looking, and how everything should be looking. So I thought that would be a good spot. But I was like, no, you're taking it away from it. That flowers is just nice and simple. You have the glitter on top, so it's best to just go with the flowers right up there. And I was like, okay, that's perfect. But you can obviously see that it's leaning to the side. So I was like, okay, if I pour resin in there, then it's going to be moving around. It's not going to be sticking in one spot. So obviously that's not a good idea. So I had it sitting up. So I was like, okay, perfect. To get it to stay like that, to be secured in one place, I could have just simply just used my hot glue gun and just glue it together. Just add a little bit of some glue, but no. I went with my UV resin, and then I'm just going to add my UV light on top. So just place a little bit of some UV resin. Make sure it's sitting up straight, just the way how I like it. And then I'm just going to be popping on there my UV light, and then just let it cured. And that's pretty much it. It's just going to be fully secure just the way how it is. It's not going to be moving around when I add more layer of resin in there. The bee is not going to float to the top. Everything is just going to be fully secured. And it will look perfect. So, yep. My window is so dirty. I should clean it. Just waiting for it to be cured. I think I put this on like the highest settings. Who knows? Let's just take a quick little minute. La 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 la. I should just cut this part out. Like, you guys obviously get the idea of what I'm doing. Oh, perfect. What am I doing? Am I distracted? So since it's fully cured, now I'm just going to check it to make sure it's not moving around too much. A little bit of some resin fell on there, so I was just checking to see if that was cured. Obviously, it's not moving around too much. It's kind of secured, and that is perfectly fine by me. This is how it's looking. Just trying to see, making sure that it's not, the wings is not over the mold or anything like that. So now I'm gonna add on there this is the second layer of resin, the final layer of resin. So what I did right here was I kind of made a mistake. I filled it all the way up to the top. Obviously these are dry roses. There's gonna be a ton of bubbles. So there was so many bubbles I was rising. I was so concerned that a bubble was gonna get trapped and then it's gonna ruin it completely. So after I fill it all the way up to the top, I poured the resin out into a different mold and just left a little bit in there and I let that cure for 24 hours. Then I went over it again with more resin to fully cover it and then obviously let the layer dry for a full 24 hours. But yeah, there was just way too many bubbles I was rising and I was worried if I step away from it way too long, then it might cure. Like, I was just worried about the bubbles. But you can see me just sitting there watching the bubbles rise and then just popping it with my lighter. I did both method. I use my lighter sometimes and then when I'm walking away from it, I just sprayed it with a little bit of some ibuprofen alcohol. But yeah, that rose right there and right where the bee is, there was a ton of bubbles that was just kept on rising up underneath it. So after I used my lighter, I decided to just use my stick, my little pokey stick, to get the bubbles to the top so that I can either pop it or you can just remove the bubble out of the mold completely. It all depends upon what you prefer. Boom, 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 boom. Now we're going to be watching as the bubbles keep on rising from the same spots over and over again. Over and over again. And it's going to keep on doing that until the resin is fully cured. So that's why you have to keep on watching it. Going over it with my lighter. And it was like, okay, everything looks good. I could probably leave it. I did walk away a few times. But the bubbles, they were just rising. They just kept on coming. One after the other. You're going to see another one coming right up very soon. See? They just keep on rising. And it's always from the same spot. Like, pick someplace else. See, two bubbles just turn into one. Yeah, we're just going to let this dry. Alright, so it's been 24 hours. It's time now to pop this bad boy out of the mold. There's a little bit of some space in here, so I guess I could fill it up with some resin. Let's see. I did tell you guys that I did pour out some of the resin. Try to avoid bubbles. You can see a little bit of the wing is sticking out. Yeah, this could definitely use another coat of resin just to fill it up some more. I guess wherever I had it, it wasn't very steady. It wasn't even. Laying on a flat surface, so that's where that was. You know what? It's fine. It should be fine. Let's just pop it on the mold. Ooh, super easy. Voila. See. Hold on, let me give guys a close up of the mold. Dun 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 dun. And voila. This is how this turned out. Oh my goodness. It looks so pretty. In the back, obviously, the glitter. Glitter can make anything that's beautiful. And right here you can see that there's a bubble that got trapped underneath one of the layer of rose petals. It's always cool whenever that happens. Oh, the there's just glitter on there. You see a hole right here. Right here. You can just fill it in with some resin. You'll be good to go. Little bubble underneath the flower right here. And the back. Oh, a little piece of some resin sticking. Not resin, a glitter, piece of glitter. With the bee, and it looks so cool. Let's just leave it just like this. This is how pretty it looks. I love it. This honestly could not have turned out any better than I'll have ever imagined it. Like, this looks so cool, especially this side right here. This looks so cool. Maybe I'm just getting way too excited over a bee, but I think it's very interesting. This is so pretty. I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm glad that I removed one layer of resin to just even everything out, because there would have definitely been a few bubbles, especially around this area, that would have gotten trapped. And there was some that always around the bee. See these little tiny ones right here? That's okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to, oh, the sun is out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hopefully I will see you guys in another video. Look at it. Oh, this is so cute. I am so impressed with myself over something so simple. But just look at it, look at it, look at it. Everything about it is screaming yes, yes, yes. I did this. I did this. Wow. So pretty. Oh my god, this is my favorite one that I've ever made. So pretty. This looks so good. Look at it. Just look at it one more time, and then I'll just end the video right there. Look at it, just sitting right here. Top. This on the side. Oh, I had outdone myself. I never knew that was possible. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video.